All right, ready to dive into some seriously powerful stuff today.
Oh, absolutely.
As a mindset coach for sales professionals, I am always on the lookout for ways to help you all level up.
It's a never-ending journey, right?
It really is. And this source material, well, it kind of blew me away. It's a YouTube video featuring Clement Stone.
Oh, wow. Clement Stone.
Hmm.
Now, he was a fascinating figure.
For sure, hugely successful businessman, but also, get this, a protege of Napoleon Hill.
No way. So we're talking about some real heavy hitters in the world of success and achievement.
Exactly. And in this video, he lays out this master key concept.
A master key. Now, that sounds intriguing.
Right. It's all about achieving any desire you set your mind to.
Oh, I like where this is going.
And he starts with this first principle from Napoleon Hill's work.
Okay, lay it on me.
Definiteness of purpose.
Definiteness of purpose. That's spot on, especially when we're talking about sales.
You know it. It's about having that crystal clear vision of what you want. No vague hopes, we're talking laser focus here.
Absolutely. In sales, you got to know exactly what you're aiming for. No room for wishy-washy goals.
And get this, Stone actually challenges the viewer. He says, write down your biggest lifetime goal.
Wow, straight to the point. I love it.
Right. So think about it. In sales, what's that big dream? Crushing your quota, landing that whale of a client, building that dream team, whatever it is, whatever lights that fire in you. He basically says, put it on paper and I'll hand you the key to unlock it.
Now, that's a powerful statement. There's something incredibly powerful about actually writing down your goals. It's almost like taking that goal from a fleeting thought and turning it into a tangible target.
Exactly. And then he drops this bomb, this secret for achieving that goal. Are you ready for it?
Hit me. I'm all ears.
Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. Boom.
Whoa. Okay, I felt that one. That's potent.
Right. And think about that power in your sales career. If you truly deeply believe in your product, in your value, in your ability to close deals, your mind, it will find ways. You will literally make it happen.
It's like you're tapping into this hidden reservoir of potential. But it's not just about thinking positive thoughts, is it?
No, it's way more than that.
It's about cultivating this unshakable conviction, right? This deep down belief that fuels your actions, that gives you that resilience to bounce back from rejection.
You got it. And all of that, crucial for sales success.
Essential, really. I mean, in sales, you're going to face those no's. It's part of the game. But with that strong belief, you can handle those setbacks. You can keep moving forward.
And you know what's really interesting? He uses Thomas Edison as an example.
Thomas Edison, the light bulb guy.
The one and only, the guy who revolutionized the world with his inventions. And guess what? He did all that with very little formal education.
That's a powerful message, especially for anyone new to sales or maybe feeling a bit intimidated by those with fancy degrees. You're saying you don't need all those bells and whistles if you've got the right mindset.
Exactly. It's about that belief in yourself and your goals. That can propel you further than any textbook.
So that's inspiring. Okay, so we've got definiteness of purpose. We've got the power of belief. What else does Stone have in store for us?
Well, buckle up. This is where the video gets really, really interesting. Stone shares this anecdote about meeting Andrew Carnegie.
Andrew Carnegie, talk about titans of industry.
Right. So Carnegie, he basically lays it out there. He says that directing your mind, it's more powerful than poverty, more powerful than fear, more powerful than any obstacle you might face.
Wow, talk about a bold statement.
Right. But think about it. In sales, you're constantly facing challenges. You're dealing with rejection. You're dealing with setbacks.
Absolutely. It's a roller coaster ride sometimes. But if you can control your thoughts, stay locked on those goals.
Well, you can rise above those challenges. You can handle anything that comes your way.
Exactly. And then Carnegie, he uses this incredibly vivid image. He talks about two sealed envelopes.
Two sealed envelopes. Okay, I'm intrigued.
He says we all have these envelopes inside us. One, it's filled with incredible riches, things you can access by mastering your mind. Okay, I like the sound of that envelope.
Right. But then there's the other envelope, and it's full of penalties for neglecting that power of the mind.
Ooh, that one sounds a little less appealing.
Yeah, not so much fun. But it's such a brilliant way to think about it, right? The choices we make about our mindset, they have real consequences.
Absolutely. And in sales, it's so easy to get caught up in that negativity, that self-doubt. I'm not good enough. I can't close this deal, all that stuff.
Oh, I know those thoughts all too well.
We all do. But those thoughts, they lead to missed opportunities. They keep you stuck in a rut. But if you can choose, if you can make that conscious decision to cultivate that positive, that success-driven mindset, Well, then you unlock your potential, you drive those sales numbers up.
It's like choosing to open a different envelope.
Yeah.
Choosing those riches instead of those penalties.
Exactly. So what are those riches? What's actually inside that envelope?
Okay, so he spells it out, and it's pretty incredible. He says the riches envelope, it's packed with things like sound health, peace of mind, labor of love.
Wow, okay. Those sound pretty amazing. Sign me up for those.
Right. And he also lists freedom from fear and worry, a positive mental attitude, and of course, material riches.
Okay, so we're talking about a pretty amazing package here. And I love how this connects directly to sales professionals. Think about having that kind of peace of mind that lets you handle those tough negotiations, those high-pressure situations with calm confidence.
It's like having this inner strength that nothing can shake.
Exactly. Or think about having such deep belief in what you offer and the value you bring that your work feels like a labor of love.
It's like you're not even selling anymore. You're just sharing something you genuinely believe in.
Yes. These are the kinds of riches that flow from that positive, that empowered mindset. It can transform your entire sales experience.
Okay, so we've got the riches envelope, but what about the penalties? What happens if we neglect that power of the mind?
Yeah, let's take a peek at what's lurking in that other envelope. Forewarned is forearmed, right?
All right, brace yourself. This list, it's a bit of a wake-up call.
Oh boy, I'm ready. Hit me with it.
He lists ill health, fear and worry, indecision, doubt, frustration, discouragement.
Oof, that's a heavy load to carry.
And it doesn't stop there, he adds. Poverty, envy, greed, jealousy, anger, hatred, even superstition.
Wow, that's quite a list. It's like all the things we want to avoid, all rolled into one. And it's so true. You know, think about how these negative states show up in a sales context. That fear of rejection.
Oh, that can be crippling.
It can make you hesitant to pick up the phone. It can sabotage your presentations. And doubt, man, that can undermine your confidence, make you question everything you do. These are the things that keep you playing small, that prevent you from reaching your full potential.
It's like that penalties envelope is wide open and it's sucking all the energy out of you.
Exactly. So how do we avoid that? How do we unlock that riches envelope and keep it open?
Well, Stone, he gives us a clear three-step formula.
A formula. Okay, I'm all about practical steps. Tell me more.
First, he says, write down your major desire, that big goal, that thing that truly lights you up.
All right, so that definiteness of purpose coming back into play. Love it.
Then step 2, write down what you're willing to give in return to achieve it.
Give in return. That's an interesting twist. I'm curious to unpack that a bit more.
Me too. And finally, step 3, memorize both of those statements, repeat them daily, and always end with an expression of gratitude.
Okay, so we're talking about daily affirmations, repetition, and gratitude. It's like we're creating this positive feedback loop in our minds, constantly reinforcing that belief, that vision.
Exactly. And for sales professionals, that giving in return part, that's where things get really interesting. What does that mean for you? What are you willing to offer to contribute to the world?
That's a powerful question to ponder. It could be about going above and beyond to understand your client's needs. It could be about crafting solutions that genuinely solve their problems. It could be about building those relationships based on trust and authenticity.
And maybe, just maybe, it's about shifting from that mindset of selling to a mindset of serving.
Ah, I love that. Selling to serving. That's a game changer right there.
Right. When you approach sales from that place of service, from a genuine desire to help others, well, those riches, those things in that envelope, they start to flow naturally.
Better relationships, increased confidence, a sense of purpose, and yes, even those material rewards that we all strive for.
It's like aligning yourself with something bigger than yourself, and that's when the magic really happens.
Absolutely. And that's the power of this first principle, this definiteness of purpose. It lays the foundation for everything else.
It's the key that unlocks those riches, both in our careers and in our lives.
And that's a journey I'm excited to explore further.
You know that sealed envelopes analogy? It really stuck with me.
It's a powerful image, isn't it?
It is. It's like this constant reminder that we have a choice, you know?
Yeah, like a fork in the road.
Exactly. We can focus on the positive and tap into all those amazing riches.
Or let the negativity drag us down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But in the real world of sales, how do we actually make that choice? Especially when things get tough.
Well, it all comes back to that power of the mind. Remember what Carnegie said. That ability to direct your mind. It's stronger than anything you might face.
Yeah, but sometimes it feels like our minds have a mind of their own.
Oh, absolutely. But we're not just passengers, right? We're the drivers. It's about recognizing that you have the power to choose your thoughts.
So it's not about just wishing and hoping. It's about actively, I don't know, shaping our thoughts.
Yeah, like a sculptor. You're taking those raw materials, those thoughts and beliefs, and you're molding them into something powerful.
Especially in sales, where rejection is just part of the game.
Right, you're going to hear no a
Yep.
lot, but it's not about pretending those negative thoughts don't exist. It's about choosing not to give them power.
Okay, so how do we do that? How do we stop those negative thoughts from taking over?
Think of it this way. You're driving towards your sales target, right? And a distracting billboard pops up. You notice it, but you don't swerve the car and crash into it, do you? No way.
You keep your eyes on the road, focused on your destination. It's the same with thoughts.
Okay, I like that. So when those negative thoughts pop up, we see them, we acknowledge them.
But we don't let them take the wheel.
We keep our focus on our goals, our purpose.
That belief in ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's where the daily repetition comes in. Remember Stone's formula.
Yeah, writing down those goals, what we're willing to give in return, repeating them daily.
It's like a mental workout. You're strengthening those positive neural pathways.
It's like training your mind for success. And, it seems like Stone is really emphasizing this idea of giving in return.
It's not just about what we want, right? It's about the value we bring to others.
And that really resonates in the world of sales.
Absolutely. When you shift from selling to serving,
From pushing a product to genuinely solving problems.
that's when you create those authentic connections.
And build that trust that leads to long-term success. It's like a whole new level.
It is. And those riches that Carnegie talked about, they start flowing. Better relationships, more confidence, a sense of purpose.
Even greater financial rewards. It all comes from that shift in mindset.
Now, in your work as a mindset coach, what are some of those common mental roadblocks you see?
Well, fear of rejection is huge.
Oh, yeah.
It's natural, right, to feel a sting when someone says no.
It's like a punch to the gut sometimes.
It can be, but it's how we interpret that rejection that matters. Do we personalize it?
Or do we see it as feedback,
Mm-hmm.
part of the process?
Exactly. And that's why it's so crucial to have strategies. One I love is reframing.
Reframing.
Yeah, instead of, I'm not good enough, it's, okay, what can I learn from this?
So you're using those experiences to get better.
Exactly. And another game changer, cultivating an abundance mindset.
Abundance minds.
Instead of that scarcity, that not enough to go around thinking.
It can get pretty competitive and stressful.
Oh, yeah. But with abundance, there's enough success out there for everyone.
So it's more about collaboration than competition.
Exactly. Building each other up instead of tearing each other down. And that can lead to some incredible breakthroughs.
So it all comes back to that individual choice. Which envelope are we going to open?
Absolutely. And that's why Stone's formula is so powerful. It helps us consciously create that positive mindset, that foundation for success.
Writing down those goals. Our giving in return statement. Repeating them daily.
It's like we're programming our minds for success. And when you combine that with the right strategies, the right support system, well, the sky's the limit.
It's incredible, isn't it? This whole idea of mindset for sales success.
It's powerful stuff.
It really is. We've been on quite a journey exploring these principles from, Napoleon Hill, Clement Stone.
Yeah, those guys were ahead of their time.
Seriously. And it's amazing how relevant it all still is today.
It's timeless wisdom, really.
It is. Those fundamentals of mastering your mindset, aligning it with your goals.
They transcend any industry, any time period.
So true. They're as powerful in today's sales world as they were back then.
Maybe even more so with all the distractions and challenges we face today.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what are some key takeaways?
Well, first and foremost, embrace that definiteness of purpose.
That clear vision, that laser focus,
Exactly. Don't just wish for success. Write down those goals.
those targets that really get you fired up.
And don't forget that sealed envelopes analogy.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
You get to choose, right? Which one are you opening?
Riches or penalties?
Choose those riches. Cultivate that abundance mindset.
Believing there's enough success out there for everyone.
Sharing the pie, not fighting over crumbs.
Exactly. And remember, rejection. It's part of the game.
Oh, yeah, you're going to hear no. A lot.
But don't let it get you down.
Reframe it. Learn from it.
See it as feedback, not failure.
Exactly. And one more thing that really stood out to me, Stone's emphasis on giving in return.
That really resonated with me too.
It's a reminder that sales, it's not just about closing deals.
It's about service.
About making a real difference.
Shifting from selling to serving.
Yeah, that's where the magic happens.
Building those relationships,
Right.
becoming a trusted advisor.
And you know what? It's not just about better sales numbers.
It's about feeling good about the work you do.
Having that sense of purpose, that fulfillment.
So, to all those amazing sales professionals out there, take action.
Put these principles into practice.
Write down those goals. Visualize yourself achieving them.
And watch your sales and your overall satisfaction soar.
To surround yourself with a supportive network.
People who believe in you, who lift you up.
Because you have the power to unlock those riches.
To achieve anything you set your mind to.
And that's what this deep dive has been all about.
Empowering you to reach your full potential.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time for another insightful exploration
of the strategies and mindsets that drive success.
Until then, keep those mindsets strong.